Nikola Tesla was born on July 10, 1856, in Smiljan, a small village in the Austrian Empire, modern-day Croatia. His family lived simple rural life with farming work and strong daily traditions. His father was a priest who expected discipline, education, and strong reading habits. His mother was very creative and built small tools and home inventions. Nikola often watched her work and learned early ideas about machines and creation. From childhood, he showed unusual thinking about light, energy, and invisible natural forces. He often imagined electricity moving like living rivers through space and objects. Other children played games, but Nikola preferred silent thinking and deep observation alone. Nikola attended school and studied mathematics, physics, and language subjects with strong focus. He solved difficult problems quickly and remembered long lessons without much effort required. Teachers noticed his sharp mind, but also his habit of intense concentration. He often asked questions about how energy moves and how machines could improve life. Books about electricity became his favorite reading material during early education years at school. He dreamed about building machines that could help entire human civilization grow stronger. Many people around him did not understand his imagination or scientific curiosity clearly. Still, Nikola believed knowledge was most important power a human could develop in life. But Nikola Tesla's real journey began after one life-changing decision. As he grew older, Tesla studied engineering and mechanical science in European universities. He worked very hard and often stayed awake during long nights of study. His mind always focused on electricity systems and future technology possibilities for humanity. He became fascinated with energy transfer and the idea of electrical power networks. Many early experiments inspired him to think beyond traditional scientific limits of that time. He believed machines could transform human life and improve cities across entire world. However, he often felt lonely because others did not understand his unusual ideas. This isolation made him even more focused on scientific research and invention work. Tesla later moved between European cities and worked in different engineering companies. He studied electrical systems and tried to improve designs used in early machines. He noticed that existing electricity systems were inefficient and needed better engineering solutions. He began forming an idea of alternating current that could transmit electricity far distances. This idea was very different from common systems used during that historical period. Many engineers doubted him because his ideas sounded too advanced and unrealistic at times. But Tesla continued developing theory in his mind and through constant scientific thinking. He believed future world would depend on better and stronger electrical energy systems. But everything changed when Tesla decided to move across the Atlantic Ocean. In 1884, Tesla traveled to United States with almost no money. He arrived in New York City, full of hope and scientific ambition inside. He met famous inventor Thomas Edison and began working in his company. At first, Tesla worked hard repairing and improving electrical machines for Edison. He quickly showed strong skills in engineering and problem-solving during daily tasks. Edison valued his work but focused on different type of electrical system design. Tesla believed alternating current was superior while Edison supported direct current systems. This difference created tension between two inventors and shaped future scientific conflict history. Tesla worked many hours daily but struggled with financial stability in new country. He lived simple life and focused mostly on building electrical systems and machines. He often thought about improving energy transmission across cities and long distances. However, disagreements with Edison became stronger and affected their working relationship. Tesla eventually left Edison's company and decided to follow his own scientific path. This decision was risky because he had no stable income or financial support. But Tesla believed his ideas were more important than money or personal comfort. He began a new chapter of life focused entirely on independent scientific invention work. But this bold decision would soon lead to his greatest invention breakthrough. After leaving Thomas Edison Company, Nikola Tesla began working alone in New York City. He had very little money and lived in simple rented rooms around the city. He continued thinking about electricity and tried to build his own new system. His main idea was alternating current, which could move electricity long distances. He believed this system could power entire cities with less energy loss. Many engineers at that time did not believe his ideas were practical or safe. Still, Tesla continued building small models and testing electrical experiments every day. He worked long hours and often slept very little during his early struggle years. Tesla created new electrical motors that used alternating current instead of direct current. These motors worked efficiently and showed that his ideas could become reality. He presented his inventions in scientific meetings and explained his ideas. Some scientists began to understand that Tesla's system could change electrical industry forever. However, he still needed financial support to continue developing large-scale projects. At this time, he met investor George Westinghouse, who changed his future life. Westinghouse was interested in electrical systems and believed Tesla's ideas were powerful. He decided to support Tesla and invest in alternating current technology development. With Westinghouse support, Tesla's AC system began spreading across United States. Power stations were built using his designs to supply electricity to cities. Electricity began reaching homes, factories, and streets more efficiently than before. People started noticing that AC power worked better than older systems. This success made Tesla's name more famous in scientific and engineering communities. His inventions were now recognized as important innovations for modern electrical systems. Tesla felt proud because his ideas were finally being used in real world. But even with fame, he did not become very rich from his inventions. But success brought new conflicts that Tesla did not expect at all. A famous conflict began between Thomas Edison and Tesla's AC system supporters. Edison supported direct current and warned people that AC was dangerous. He tried to convince public that Tesla's system could cause accidents. This created a public debate known as the War of Currents. Edison used media campaigns to defend his own electrical system. Tesla and Westinghouse defended alternating current with scientific demonstrations and experiments. They showed that AC power could safely light cities and run machines. Gradually, Tesla's system began winning support from engineers and government experts. One major success came when AC power was used for city lighting projects. Large areas were powered using Tesla's system, showing its efficiency. People were impressed because electricity could now travel far without losing strength. Factories also started using AC motors for machines and industrial production systems. This increased demand for Tesla's technology across growing industrial American economy. His reputation as genius inventor spread across scientific communities worldwide during this time. However, Tesla still struggled with personal finances despite growing professional recognition. He focused more on science than on building business wealth or personal profit. Tesla continued inventing new technologies beyond electrical power systems during this period. He worked on wireless communication, radio waves, and advanced energy transmission ideas. He imagined a world where electricity could travel through air without wires. Many of his ideas were extremely advanced for technology available at that time. He gave public demonstrations showing inventions and explaining scientific principles to audiences. People admired his intelligence but sometimes found his ideas difficult to understand. Even scientists agreed that Tesla's thinking was far ahead of his era. His work continued shaping modern electrical engineering and communication technology development. But despite growing fame, Tesla's personal life became more difficult over time. As Tesla became more famous, financial problems still followed him constantly throughout life. He often moved between hotels and temporary rooms while continuing scientific research. Investors became less interested in funding large experimental projects he wanted to build. Other inventors focused on practical business inventions that brought faster financial returns. Tesla remained committed to science and refused to abandon his long-term ideas. He believed innovation was more important than money or personal financial success. This decision made him respected as scientist but not wealthy businessman. His life became a balance between genius inventions and financial struggle. Even with difficulties, Tesla continued working on revolutionary ideas about energy systems. He dreamed about transmitting electricity wirelessly across continents without any cables. He also explored radio technology that later became essential for communication systems. Some of his ideas were later used in modern technologies decades after. However, during his lifetime, many projects remained incomplete due to lack funding. Tesla kept working in isolation while imagining future technological possibilities for humanity. His scientific vision continued expanding despite growing personal and financial challenges. This period defined him as both brilliant inventor and struggling scientist. But Tesla's final years would bring both mystery and global recognition. After years of invention, Nikola Tesla became more focused on advanced scientific ideas. He still lived in New York City and often changed small hotel rooms. His life became quiet, and he spent more time thinking than speaking. He continued imagining wireless electricity that could power the entire world. Many people still remembered him as a genius from earlier public success. But new inventors and companies began receiving more attention in society. Tesla worked alone and continued building ideas inside his strong imagination. He believed science should help all humans, not only rich companies. Tesla explored new inventions in radio technology and wireless communication systems. He believed signals could travel through air without wires or cables. Some of his experiments showed early ideas similar to modern radio systems. Later scientists used similar principles to develop communication technologies worldwide. However, Tesla did not always receive credit for his early discoveries. Other inventors became more famous because they focused on practical business success. Tesla remained focused on scientific truth and long-term innovation goals. He often ignored money and concentrated only on research and invention work. But Tesla's biggest dream was still waiting to become real. He wanted to build a system that could send electricity through the air. Tesla believed people could use free energy anywhere on the planet. He started building a large project called Wardenclyffe Tower in New York. This tower was designed to test wireless electricity transmission on a large scale. Investors initially supported the idea because it sounded revolutionary and powerful. But building the tower required more money than expected during construction process. Soon, financial support began to decrease and problems started growing. Tesla faced difficulty continuing the project due to lack of funding. Wardenclyffe Tower became unfinished, and Tesla lost control of his big dream. This was one of the most painful moments in his life. He had hoped this invention would change the entire world forever. Instead, the project stopped and remained incomplete for many years. Tesla continued working on other small inventions while facing financial pressure. He still believed his wireless ideas would be used in future technologies. Even without success at that time, He never stopped imagining innovation. His mind remained active with scientific ideas until very late life. But while Tesla struggled, the world slowly began using his inventions. Electricity systems based on Tesla's alternating current became standard worldwide. Cities used his AC system to power homes, factories, and transportation systems. Engineers realized that his invention was essential for modern electrical infrastructure. Radio technology also developed using principles similar to Tesla's early experiments. Even though others received recognition, Tesla's ideas were behind many discoveries. He remained an important figure in scientific history despite personal struggles. Some companies and scientists began acknowledging his contributions later in life. His name slowly regained respect among engineers and inventors worldwide. Tesla lived final years in small hotel rooms with very limited income. He spent time feeding pigeons in New York parks and streets. He believed animals and nature were important parts of life and science. His behavior became unusual, but he remained deeply intelligent and thoughtful. Even in old age, he continued thinking about energy and invention ideas. He wrote notes and planned new scientific concepts until final years. Many people visited him and listened to his stories about inventions. Tesla remained a symbol of genius and imagination until the end. But the final chapter of Tesla's life would surprise the world again. In his final years, Nikola Tesla lived alone in a hotel room in New York City. He had very little money and lived a quiet and simple daily life. He spent most of his time thinking about energy, science, and future inventions. He still believed that wireless electricity could change the entire human civilization. Many people around him did not fully understand his ideas anymore. But young scientists and engineers still admired his brilliant scientific imagination deeply. He continued feeding pigeons in the city and walking in public parks. His life became calm, but his mind remained active with invention ideas always. Nikola Tesla died in 1943 in New York City alone. At that time, many people did not realize how important his work was. His funeral was quiet, but scientists remembered his inventions and discoveries. After his death, engineers started studying his ideas more deeply and seriously. They discovered that many modern technologies were connected to Tesla's early research. Electric power systems around the world used his alternating current inventions. His ideas became foundation for modern electrical grids across many countries. This made him one of the most important inventors in human history. But Tesla's influence did not end with his death at all. Many years later, scientists and engineers fully understood the value of his inventions. His alternating current system became standard for electricity in modern cities everywhere. Homes, factories, and transportation systems depend on his electrical ideas every day. Radio technology and wireless communication also developed from principles he explored early. Engineers in modern times still use concepts inspired by his scientific research. Tesla's name became symbol of innovation, electricity, and advanced scientific thinking. Many books, movies, and documentaries tell his life story to new generations. He is now remembered as a genius who changed modern technology forever. Nikola Tesla is honored as one of greatest inventors in world history. Universities, science institutions, and technology companies study his work and inventions carefully today. The electric car company Tesla was named after him to honor his legacy. His ideas about energy, power, and innovation continue inspiring engineers around the world. Many researchers believe he was ahead of his time by many decades. His vision of wireless energy still inspires modern scientific research projects globally today. He showed that imagination and science can create powerful changes for humanity. His legacy continues growing stronger as technology develops in modern world society. But the most important lesson from Tesla's life is very simple. He showed that curiosity and imagination can lead to extraordinary scientific discovery. He proved that great ideas can come from persistence and deep thinking alone. Even without wealth or recognition, his inventions changed the entire modern world. His life teaches that true innovation often comes before society understands it. Many inventors today still follow his ideas and scientific principles carefully always. Nikola Tesla remains a symbol of creativity, intelligence, and vision for humanity. His story continues inspiring millions of people who love science and technology. And his name will always be connected with electricity and future innovation.